Well, hello everybody and welcome back to another big update for the NMS Advanced training program. We've redone the entire software that we're building to support 26.1 update. In this video, I'm going to show you what people are building in the program and what I'm going to teach you inside. So as you can see, we have a beautiful animation here, including a simple mathematical equation. This is a part of our training curriculum. And if you go through the program, this is the entire thing that we're building. Let me just expand this for you. So we're going to be breaking down what is inside. And please note that this is fully modularized. But basically what that means is that you have guaranteed compatibility starting 1.8.8 if you still use it through 1.16, 17, 19, 20, and then 21 and 26. They're almost the same, so we decided just to merge them. And yeah, so let's just crack right into it. I guess people always ask for Pathfinders and holograms. So where is that? We have an NMS NPC, let's just give it a nice name, for example, Notch, and the skin will be Notch. And let's just type in a hard stop. And basically what I'm going to be teaching you, is how to spawn these NPCs. So he's looking down, he's looking where I was looking with the camera, and how to give them fake skin. And you can either use an NPC NMS pathfinding, or you can use citizen. So let's just simulate this. I'm going to be spawning a villager, let's just say a boss here, just like this. And then I'm going to teach you guys, how to actually hook it up to a questing system so that when you have, for instance, a quest, I have a mission for you, you right click, go kill a boss and return to me with an unlock key. So that's the boss. And obviously you can spawn zombies, you can spawn whatever other entity types, right? And then let's say we're gonna kill the boss. I'll teach you how to set up a custom item, and then you complete the mission. You're gonna get a custom enchanted boss, a customly enchanted item. Let's just go here. Let's just spawn something. You can see there's a special effect here. So when it comes to the actual code, how it works is very simple. Let's just say I was doing the I was doing the NMS citizen here. So we have a custom command handler that makes it super easy if you want to build for multiple micro versions. And then I'll teach you how to create these commands, how to have subcommands, how to have tab completion. And then this one basically hooks into citizens. Right? So it goes down and it sets a different custom data. It sets a custom def sound for the citizen. And most of all, it deals with the navigator here. So it deals with custom Pathfinder. And that's something I actually haven't shown this to you. So let's just go back here. And then let's just do citizens, create, test. Okay, so that's a test NPC. And we can now say follow 26, and now the NPC is following me because of that custom Pathfinder. So that's also something that a lot of people wanted to learn in the course. Amazing. So let's just go through it step by step. I guess I can start from the top command. So the custom block command is, as you guessed it, I'm going to be teaching you basically how to have custom blocks here. So let's just say custom block tool. You're going to get a custom tool. It works like this. And then I'll teach you how to make these blocks that you select visual. Okay, so you can register and unregister them anywhere in the world. And then I'll teach you how to create a custom ticking system so that if you have, for example, soil, you can change how quickly it grows. As you can see, this one is set up to grow instantly, but of course that depends on your needs. If you want to build a custom ticking loop, a custom winter or seasons plugin, right? Anything that has to do with custom block registration. For example, this beautiful spawner. I have another command here, MBT. So I'll teach you that too. This one basically gets the block state and then sets the creature spawner. And then of course you can combine it together with the custom registration here in the custom block that looks like this. This is the logic registry. There's a block registry that you're going to be building, and basically you can hook it up and you can create completely unique spawners, completely unique portals, or crates even. I'm going to be showing you a beautiful crate animation in a few minutes. So that's that. Now, custom entity This one, whoa, so we got some chickens being spawned already. Let me just remove all of them. So the custom entity command, this one has to do with NMS. And let me just show this too. Okay, this is a killer snowman. As you can see, it has a custom sound. And if I go into survival, he actually goes and attacks me, right? Whoa, and you can actually ride it, which I haven't shown to you yet. All right, let's go back to creative. So that's how it works. There's a custom entity registration class. This works as a router. So depending on Minecraft server version, for example, 1.20 or even a newer one, all we have to do is just use the 26.1 class, which is right here. And so this one goes into the killer snowman. And that's how it works. So we extend the NMS, we extend the vanilla snowman, the snow golem, right? We also implement a custom interface here, which lets us control the NPC easily. And then we can directly manipulate the NMS. So we can perform a custom attack here. We can shoot a projectile. This is something I'll teach you how to do at a player. And then we have a tracking here so that we can damage the player when he gets hit, which is really cool. We can also play a custom sound, and then we can manipulate the custom sounds down there. And there's no limits to it, because if you open up, if you open up the NMS class, you can practically override all of these behaviors here, and you can even mix and match so that you can have like a killer chicken, or you can have like a totally friendly pet as a zombie, etc., etc. And there's no limits to it. All right, that's number one. And then, so I covered block, I covered entity, custom items. This one is actually very cool because I'll teach you how to have, where is that, custom items, how to create custom items, including those that normally cannot be created. So you have a block here with a custom name, custom enchants to it. And obviously if I spawn an entity, rabbit, you can see it's dead by 1 kill because of the sharpness here. We have a custom sword, we have a Herobrine head, a bunch of other these beautiful heads, right? So I'll teach you how to generate them and place them in the world on demand. Then we have the enchants command, which a lot of people have been waiting when I'm going to update that finally, so I figured it out how to do. And let me just type in enchants here, and I'm going to get 2 enchants. So this one, the first one is very simple, it just sets the enemy on fire, and the other one is called hide. So this one will actually hide it. Okay, it's just for demonstrational purposes, but obviously you can customize it however you want. And then this is how it works. So I'll teach you the way. I'll teach this, not like most other courses that will give you. Whoa, let me just disconnect. So basically, what I've seen everybody else does, they have everything hard-coded and there's no system into it. If you follow NMS Advanced, you're going to have a system such that these commands, these custom enchant classes, they're very clean and they're very organized. I love to code cleanly. One thing I absolutely hate is when people don't know how to have a beautiful structure to it, because if you have 1 enchant, that's fine. But if you have 20, you will have a complete mess and you will get lost in it and the code will break. So this is all that's inside the custom enchant class, right? You have the on-shoot handler, and then you can perform the logic right here. It's very, very clean. And then you have the on-hit, and you can perform another logic. That is, you can add invisibility potion effect to the hit entity. For the Black Nova enchant, it's extremely simple. Play a custom sound, send a custom particle effect, set the victim on fire. That's it. The code is extremely clean. Then we have the hard command. I already demonstrated this one, so it's very simple. It's just a bunch of particle effects. Then you're going to build a hologram. Let me just teach this too. Oh, and by the way, did you notice that the paper 27 is not coming out soon, but we already have that there? Guys, I'll teach you how to manipulate what you can display in the multiplayer server list menu too, by the way, using packets as a quick tip. All right, so let's go here. We have hologram, show, test line, and another line. And you can even add different colors. That's how it works. Whoa, I have to be a little bit higher for you to see it. Maybe there's a bug. There's a problem in my shaders actually. So let's just focus on this one, because the shaders will break the rendering. But basically, I'll teach you how to create these holograms, and they are persistent if you walk around. If you, for example, go far away. Well, I do have my entity rendering set to max, so we have to be walking for a long while for it to unload. But they're basically persistent, they're safe, they're stable, they're lag-free, and most of all, they support colors, they support different variables. So it's really cool, you can display whatever you want in them. Next up is the inventory edit command. This one is very simple, but basically I'll teach you how to display armor, ender chest, or inventory of any player on the server. Let me just demonstrate this real quick. Type it again, there we go, and now you can see my armor. And of course, you can even manipulate things. So let's say ender chest, there we go. And now I can put something in here and it's fully saved, as you can see. Next up is the menu command. So in the NMS Advanced training program, we're going to be having the animations in GUIs. I'll teach you this, how to do, which is really, really, really cool. Next one is the NBT. So basically this one manipulates with the NBT. We have the NBT API library, which we use, which has been also updated to 26.1. Then we have the NMS command, which is just a stub helping us with this one that I already showed you how to do, how to spawn fake NPCs, how to give them navigation. Then we have the open command. So that one just illustrates how to open different fake virtual stuff, such as a book like this one. And of course you can add click and hover effects here too. Then what else? There's a custom enchant menu, which you can open without me clicking anywhere. So it's really handy if you need this. Then there's a fake block. So this one will be set even though I didn't do anything. Then there's a fake experience. So let's just go back to survival, and I can give myself 100. So people use that for different displays in mini games, right? And then let's just say I'll give myself a sign, and this sign is empty. What you can also do, you can actually manipulate the sign. You can set custom sign text per player. And by the way, this goes for anything here. So you can set this per player too, doesn't matter. And then we have a custom merchant. So this is fully functional. Just to illustrate to you how this is gonna work, I'm gonna get some clay. So you can build these virtual inventories, and they actually work. Like this. And you can trade, even though there's no villager anywhere. I'm literally mid-air, which is really cool. Not to mention there's classic workbench inventory, and of course chest, but chest is super easy. Everybody knows how to do that nowadays. The merchant was quite interesting. So this one took a lot of work here. No, where's that? Where's the merchant here? It's here. So I remember this one was hell because the classes they change, they're very different for different micro versions, right? For example, 1.8. The merchant here. This is the class, and we had to deal with a lot of obfuscation back in these historical versions, right? If you look at the newer version, you can see that the APIs have evolved, and now we don't even need to call NMS. But for all the versions, let's just see what's inside here. 1.16, Snowman, we're still dealing with these really dumb obfuscated numbers. Starting with 1.17, I think, we were able to drop them. And now we're able to use NMS without any obfuscation. No, actually I was wrong here. I don't know where it starts. I think it starts 1.19 when they released the mappings. Yep, there we go. And we do have a lesson for that. So let's just show this to you guys. There's a lesson on updating to 26.1. There's a lesson on actually downgrading if you guys want to. And then there are lessons for different Minecraft releases here, including how to use Mojang mappings. Good. All right, moving on to what did we cover today? Open, and there's a ping command. Very simple. How just this is just to teach people, beginners, how to manipulate reflection to get ping. Then there's a scan command. This one basically teaches you how to do particles and how to scan even unloaded chunks. And if I type this, you can see that the entire chunk is being visualized. If I type world, for instance, or tool, this is very handy if you're building a minigame plugin. So I'll teach this how to build a three-dimensional space, how you can select it, how you can spawn particles around it, right? And then basically how to process it, how to change it, like world edit, but without the extra lag. And then there's a world tool. This one will actually cover the entire world, including all the unloaded chunks with snow and freeze your water. Now, obviously, you can use that for your own different purposes, but that's how I teach you in the program. All right, I'm not going to teach you the world command. I'm not going to show you the world command because we got a lot of stuff here on the map, which you can't see. It's really far away, so it's going to take, like 10-15 minutes to process. But you can totally do that on a backup vert locally, and then you can just swap them. Anyways, next up is the show command here. So show action bar, hello. And by the way, yes, we do support, if you've been wondering, we do support mini message, so you can have gradients here, you can have different hex colors. So I teach you basically how to send animations using action bars, how to spawn a custom scoreboard without flickers, how to do a custom boss bar, and even multiple boss bars. And of course, custom colored boss bar, like this. And then, of course, how to send titles. Very, very self-explanatory. Then there's a sign command here. So basically, this one opens a virtual sign like this. And people always ask for this because basically what I teach you is if somebody clicks done, you can capture what was typed here. Hello, world. So you can capture this. You can see here, hello, world. And then you can build these, let's say, cool inventories without forcing people to use the chat so that you will capture the output. Capture the input from the sign. Great. So we covered a lot of stuff here, except for the animations that we're going to be teaching you guys. So what I can do, I can just teach this to you right now. So in the program, as you can see, we're working with math a little bit, and we're doing stuff with laser pointers. So this is a really cool lesson because it teaches you how to basically manipulate particles, how to do some basic vector math. Even if you're not that good at math, I think you will get it. And then scenes. So if I put a chest here, people always wanted the crate animations, and this is how it works. It takes a little bit of time because it goes around. So again, working with sinus and cosinus a little bit, tiny bit. Don't worry if you're not good at math. I'll teach you everything step by step. And then you can basically turn that into a collectible. And then you can collect it, and the animation is self-cleaning so that it doesn't clutter the server. And it has a nice cooldown effect once it's done. And what's here? Click a chest. All right, well, this one is the last one, chest. And now we can simulate the chest open animation. Really handy. All right. There's also one more thing, which I haven't shown this to. Menus are here. We covered menus, of course. And then we played the crate drop animation. There's a circle. Very, very, very basic, but it has a cool effect if you rotate. And then toggle. There's this wings animation basically. So this one will teach you how to use a little bit of mathematics to spawn custom shapes. And there's also a spiral. This starts at the top. It's very slow. It's very beautiful. And then there is the third one. Looks like a wing. So if you fly around, people will think that you have wings from you, which is really cool. Anyways, there's a lot of great stuff. As you can see, the program has up to 7 weeks. The 8th one is just the platform update one. There's a lot of amazing stuff. So if you want to check it out, click the link, read the website, and I'll see you on the other side. Keep in mind, we do have a 30-day money-back guarantee on this one. If you don't like it, no worries. I take the risk. And we do have live coaching calls. So in addition to all of this, everything is supported every single week via Zoom. So you can just join me on a live stream on Zoom. You can unmute yourself, or you can just use the chat to ask if you have any question, and I'll be more than happy to help you. And this is actually where a lot of people learn to push through challenges and stuff that normally would take you 2-3 days. Maybe you spend a lot of money on AI trying to solve it. You jump on my Zoom call, and I can help you in just a few minutes. So it's a big, big time saver. Anyways, guys, I hope that you enjoyed the preview. I hope that you will enjoy the update, and I'll see you in the NMS Advanced training program.